Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden Jay, hanging out with
the Rocker Chick
and
J-Dub,
and welcome to the United States of Paranormal.
Hello.
What is going on?
We just took group pictures. New ones. Pictures.
Oh, yeah, and a photographer I am not.
You did just fine.
Hopefully they turn out. We can do some manipulating with them, and I'm going to tan my arms up a little bit more because I look like I got a farmer's tan. It's terrible. Terrible. Anything exciting going on in your guys' world? This is not the spot for deadness.
No, not really.
Nope.
Nothing at all.
Not that I can think of.
Man, we're just like at that moment, ain't we? Where we're coming off of, I don't know, winter and all that, and we're getting into spring, and we've got so much going on, but yet nothing at all. Isn't that, I mean, I'm not wrong, am I?
No. Our brains are just fried.
They are, and definitely, they need help. They definitely need help. Our brains, that is. Mm-hmm. I want to thank everybody who comments on our posts, who share all our posts on Facebook, and I don't really get a lot of stuff on Instagram. We did have a shout out. We got tagged in a post. It was weird. It was strange because it was all in Spanish. Because remember, I sent this to you, and I think Mason actually translated it, yeah, for us. And it was like somebody had asked us. Was it Carmen? I'm trying to remember what exactly her name was. But they'd asked her about what she listens to, and out of like 10 paranormal podcasts, we were one of them. So
nice.
It was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Damn it, what was her? Okay, so I did find it. Is it Carmas?
Sure.
I know it's terrible, but I mean, somebody asked her about what she listens to, and she had a lot of great ones on there. I says, I know it's hard for you to answer me, but could you recommend podcast? Happy day. And there it was. She definitely tagged us in ones that she listens to. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I sent her a message and thanked her for the shout out to on her post. So
nice.
I thought it was really cool. But yeah, we did have another posting on a different Facebook social that I did, and once again we get back to took me 18 minutes to get to the story, and I politely responded to her and said, this is what we do. This is how you get to know us a little bit better, and we get a chance just to sit down and and have some fun and talk and so on and so forth. But remember, everybody, we put a timestamp in the show notes if you don't want to hear all this banter. It's there for you to move on to you can hear the story. She replied, it was a very polite, interaction. So,
those keyboard warriors.
It does happen. But yeah, guys, if you don't want to hear the banter, you don't want to hear us talk about odds and ends going on in our lives, then check for the timestamp. I put it in there. I do it every week. I have to go back every fucking week and look it up because it changes when I put our Perfectly Picked Games promo in the front to when I was editing and what comes out. I mean, there's lots of things you got to do to find that right timestamp area. So I always have to go back and look it up to see exactly where it starts so that I can do that for you guys. Because if you don't want to hear this shit, then that's fine. I'm okay with that. You want to hear just a story? Look for the timestamp. That's all I have to say about
Read the show notes.
I know they're overly exciting, the show notes, because, I create them as I finish up my editing. It's like, oh, what do I write here?
You do just fine.
I find it interesting that people think that they can just record a podcast and it's going to be super viral and everybody's going to love it and they're going to make $1 million, but they get into it and then they realize how much fucking work it is between making yourself not sound like a dumbass, which this takes a lot of work for me most days, and getting people to come listen to it and so on and so forth. So for those of you just starting a podcast, good luck. You're going to need it because it's a lot of work. What else we got going on?
Campground's opening.
It is. The water is on and Jen is revved up.
Yeah! Let's go!
It's funny because we were just talking to the mayor of Jellystone this afternoon. He hates it when I call him that. He hates it when anybody calls him that. But I mean, he's probably one of the most well-known people out there.
We should get him a shirt that says Mayor of Pearson Jellystone.
We can make that happen. Do we put Yogi's face on it or do we put his face on it? I might have a really good picture with him on like his hat sideways.
Yay! There we go.
I'll have to see what I can put together. Yeah, we were just telling stories about because this is we going into our 8th season out there at Jellystone, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, and we were telling J-Dub stories from some of his crazy antics out there over the last 7 or 8 years. So, you know how it is. You've been involved in some of those antics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He might have worked on somebody's camper and completely intoxicated and doesn't remember how to keep any of it. And
hey, at least he got it fixed.
He did. He got it fixed. He got it all set up. Quite. I think there was one point where his wife took away the golf cart keys.
That's funny.
Yeah, it happens every so often. But yeah, Jellystone's getting ready to open up. Well, they pretty much are opened up. They turned the water on, so they're open. So you heading out there this coming weekend then?
We might take the golf cart out, but I don't think so because it's Easter weekend.
Right. Yeah, between soccer matches, Monty's play, and Easter Sunday, yeah, we're not going to get out there either. So it's funny. The campground opens and we just get flooded with life.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. But I'm looking forward to our first weekend out there, just chilling, cooking on the grill and the griddle.
I can't wait to smell like a campfire.
Oh, good Lord. I'm not a big campfire smell kind of guy.
You're weird.
I just don't want to smell it when I lay down at night.
Oh, I love it.
So I try to stay out of it. But out there it's hard. But where I'm at, the wind blows from the west and blows it all towards your place, so you can have it all. So see,
That's
it's perfect.
fine.
It's perfect.
That's fine. I'll take it.
I think years ago, some friends of ours was up at Shana Lakes, I do believe, and he had some horrible campsite that he couldn't get his freaking camper level, and I mean it was the camp. This campsite was almost at a 90-degree angle, and somehow something happened, and he ended up with all the windows open, and all the campfire smell just went inside of his camper.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't mind. I love that." I'm like, "Oh, I'd just go home. I'd be done. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not sleeping in that."
I would.
I know you would. It's okay. It's okay for you to like it. I just don't like it. Rocker Chick, what else did you do this past weekend?
This past weekend?
Yeah, what did you do this past weekend?
Freaking stain the deck.
How many cans of stain did you go through?
7.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Dang.
Yeah, pretty much. So check it out. So we bought stain last year, what we were going to use, but it had frozen over the winter and was shit.
Yep.
So we cracked it open, ready to go, and it was just a big clump. It looked like shit in the bottom of the can. So we tried to bring it back to life, gave it CPR. Didn't really work.
Mouth to mouth.
Apparently, you blowing on it doesn't stir it up properly. So we went to Menards and got 3 more cans, thinking that was going to do it. And after we got 1/8 of the deck done with 1 can, we were like, well, this is not going to go well. So we finished off the other 2, did the best to revive what we could get out of the other cans, and then went back to Menards again for 3 more cans, and we used every bit of it.
And we still need to get 1 more to do some spots we missed and do the back steps.
I didn't miss any spots. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a pro.
Stain the deck, and then I spent
2 more nights.
2 more nights cleaning the spindles off.
Dang.
Yeah, the overspray was really, really bad. Well, to be fair, though, on Sunday when we were out there trying to do the last of the runners, what am I looking for? What word am I looking for? The railing. When it was so fucking windy. And I don't know how much of it I ate, but I ate quite a bit.
I'm surprised you don't have less of a farmer's tan.
I know, right? I should have just wore the cutoff while I was out there staining, but it really wasn't that warm. So, but it's done, and it looks good,
It does.
and it needs some touch up, and we'll get there. All right. Anything else you guys want to say to your listeners?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, guys, we do have guests coming in the next couple months. We're going to be riddled with lots of cool guests we're excited about. We also are on Patreon, so you can go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/2sop. Or if you're looking for some of the other stuff in the Golden Mojo Empire, you can also get on the Ko-fi/Golden Mojo ENT. And as always, go to the United States Paranormal.com. I burped in the middle of that. That was weird. United States Paranormal.com to find all of your cool merchandise. We forgot to do your wardrobe change during our photo shoot.
Oh, I didn't bring it. I just brought this one.
Gotcha.
I thought this one was more fitting. Celestial stag.
Take that in. There you go. All right, you guys ready to get to today's story?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So listen, I'm going to take you on a slight bit of an adventure here. And I may actually do some extras because I find this whole thing very interesting. And I didn't realize until I dove into it how extensive it is.
It's a rabbit hole, huh?
This is a rabbit hole.
Oh, boy.
And okay, cat's out of the bag. Here you go. You ready? We're going to go down Route 66.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, one or two places along Route 66, but Route 66 is riddled. So I thought, I'll just do Chicago to Springfield. And then I can come back and do Springfield to, Oklahoma City or something along that. I have to go back and figure out exactly the route. And as I got into the Chicago to Springfield, one town alone is like one of the most haunted towns in the country.
Dang.
And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this area, but I'm kicking around the idea of coming back and throwing out some Saturday episodes of me just traveling down Route 66. Chicago alone has 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. I'm only going to give you one. So, I could do all kinds of some cool, weird stuff with Route 66 and give you guys some bonus episodes along the way.
There you go.
I'm gonna start the story with a little bit of history of the old Route 66. It is also known as Mother Road. It was officially established in 1926 as a key part of the U.S. highway system connecting Chicago to Santa Monica. It ran through multiple states and played a significant role in the transportation of people and goods, especially during the Great Depression and World War II. While decommissioned in 1985, Route 66 remains a beloved symbol of American culture and the spirit of the open road. So you want some key historical points?
Of course.
Sure.
Absolutely you do. Why wouldn't you? It's Route 66. Route 66 was officially designated on November 11th, 1926, and became part of the federal highway system. The road was a combination of existing local, state, and national routes, including some already in existence. The Dust Bowl of the 1930s led to a mass migration of people westward on Route 66, providing a major route for families seeking work and a new life. During World War II, Route 66 was crucial in transporting materials and personnel between California and the Midwest. How many fucking times can I say Route 66?
Mm-hmm. You can make a drinking game out of it. There you go, guys.
Now you have something to do.
Just not while you're driving, if you're listening while you're driving.
Oh, that's a good point.
Makes sense.
How many Mountain Dews could you go through in just this one episode? The post-war era saw Route 66 become a popular tourist destination with roadside attractions, motels, diners springing up all along the route. In the 1960s and 70s, newer, faster interstate highways became, the bypass that went bypassing of Route 66, leading to the decline in traffic and eventually its decommission in 85. However, the road's legacy is a symbol of American travel and culture. Cyrus Avery, the father of Route 66, was a businessman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, who played a key role in promoting the idea of Route 66 and its development. John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath was a novel that helped immortalize Route 66 as the Mother Road and a symbol of hardship and migration. Of course, we talked about the Dust Bowl, and we talked about all that. So just throw that off to the side. Route 66, especially between Chicago and Springfield, Missouri, is known for its paranormal history and ghost stories. Spirits of people who lived along the road in towns along the way are said to linger, adding to the mystique of the Mother Road. Mother Road. So, it's the Mother Road. All right, so I have a list of just a few items as we go along here. So Have you ever heard of Resurrection Mary?
I
Yes.
think so, yeah.
So, Resurrection Mary is a Chicago ghost story about a woman who appears at night dressed in white and haunts the area around Resurrection Cemetery and Archer Avenue. The legend involves a woman who died in a hit-and-run accident and is now said to wander the area, sometimes appearing to dance or be hitchhiking.
She's boogieing?
Apparently. It got worded a little bit weird. I don't know what's going on.
Words are hard.
So here's a little more detail. The story, this is the legend part of the story, goes that Mary was struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver while walking home from a dance in the 1920s.
It makes sense now.
Yeah, possibly between O. Henry Ballroom and the Resurrection Cemetery. The haunting location is, she said, to appear at the cemetery on Archer Avenue and also at the O. Henry Ballroom. She is consistently described as wearing a white dress and is often seen at night. People have reported seeing her at dances, on the street, and even in their cars, where she sometimes disappears. One famous encounter involves Jerry Paulus, who claimed to have driven her to the Resurrection Cemetery before she vanished.
Gross.
It kind of falls into a lot of those. She got in my car, I took her, and then she wasn't there when I went to let her out.
Yep.
While the exact identity of Resurrection Mary is still really unknown, some researchers have linked her to Mary Brigrabi, who died in an auto accident in 1934. Others have suggested the connection to Anna Norkus, who died in 1927 accident near the O. Henry Ballroom. All right. Let's move up down the road just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
We are going to Murder Castle.
Ooh.
Now, okay, so I've done a bunch of digging on Murder Castle. I think it's an interesting story, and I'm going to tell you about it. But I couldn't really find anything about paranormal. But they say it's like this place is extremely haunted, but nobody had anything that said, oh, we heard voices, we heard this or whatever. But so, I mean, I'm going to give you what I found. So, you ready?
Yep.
Herman Webster Mudgett, better known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes or H.H. Holmes.
H.H. Holmes.
You know H.H. Holmes?
I do.
And why do you know H.H. Holmes?
Because he's got that friggin' murder hotel-like thing.
Yeah, that's the Murder Castle. It was an American con artist and serial killer active between 1891 and 1894. Now, hear this. H.H. Holmes. Only 3 fucking years of serial killing? What's wrong with you?
Well, didn't they think he might have been Jack the Ripper?
There was some cross references to Jack the Ripper, but I didn't see anything solid that really brought it together. Yeah, what I found was, let me just.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, you're all right. By the time of his execution in 1896, Holmes had engaged in a literal criminal career that included insurance fraud, forgery, swindling, 3 or 4 bigamous marriages, horse theft, and murder. Best known as the Beast of Chicago, the Devil in the White City, or the Torture Doctor. His most notorious crimes took place in Chicago around the time of the World's Columbian Expedition of 1893. Holmes was convicted and sentenced to death for the murder of Benjamin Pitzel. his accomplice in several of his cons. However, Holmes confessed to 27 murders, including those of some people who were viably still alive. It is believed that he also killed 3 of the Benjamin's children, as well as 3 of his mistresses, the child of one of the mistresses, and the sister of another. Holmes was hanged on May 7th, 1896. Much of the lore attached to Holmes concerned the so-called Murder Castle, a 3-story building he commissioned on West 63rd Street in Chicago, Illinois. Details about the building, along with many of his alleged crimes, are considered exaggerated or fabricated in, the tabloids and some other accounts. His estimated body count could be as high as 133 or even 200.
Dang.
Many of their occurrences have persisted due to the combination of insufficient police investigations.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So, listen, Murder Castle, I mean, I do believe that one of the American Horror Stories has been, one of the seasons is based on this this hotel. I can't remember which one they said.
Hotel?
Probably. I thought it was something else. I don't know. How many seasons of American Horror Story are out there?
A bunch? I haven't seen the last couple ones, though.
I've never seen any of them. They just never appealed to me. Although I did want to see the one with the lead singer from Maroon 5, Adam Levine. Is that right? Mm-hmm. He did a season.
You don't want to watch Travis Kelce in the latest one?
He's not. Is that an American Horror Story thing?
Yeah.
It's not. I didn't realize it was called American Horror Story. I thought it was just called Gargantuan or whatever the hell it is.
I don't know.
I don't know. So yeah, there you go. Just a little back history of this place. It's the Murder Castle is supposed to be super haunted, but I didn't give any. Nobody had a list of what's found in this place. So
Didn't they tear it down?
Oh, I don't. Not that I seen.
I thought they tore it down.
I don't know. I'm gonna once again. I think I'm gonna have to go back and revisit all of these places along Route 66, including this next one. Alton, Illinois, is widely known as one of the most haunted small towns in America, with numerous reports of hauntings and ghost stories. Ooh. The city's history, including Civil War battles, the Underground Railroad, and tragic events, is believed to contribute to the reputation of a haunted place. Specific haunted locations in Alton. Are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. McPike Mansion. A historic mansion is said to be haunted by various spirits, including a young girl named Sarah and a woman in a green dress.
Oh, it's green.
Not white.
Not white, not black.
The first Unitarian church. The church is rumored to be haunted by the ghost of the former pastor. Alton State Hospital. This former mental hospital is considered one of the most haunted places in Illinois. Milton School. A young girl is said to haunt the building after being found dead in the locker room.
Dead in the locker room. Was it in the shower?
More than likely. I mean, most girls, when they get dead in the locker room, are pretty much in the shower. Mm-hmm. You think?
Maybe.
The old Alton Prison. This former prison, which housed Confederate soldiers during the Civil War, is also considered haunted. Mineral Springs Hotel. The hotel has a history of paranormal activity and is often featured on ghost tours. Jacob's Art Center. The basement, which used to be the mortuary, is also believed to be haunted. This is just one small town. This is a small town. That's way too much haunting. Do you suppose that we could just change the name to Sunnydale and that is the portal to hell? No? Nothing?
Could be, yeah.
All right, let's move on. We're going to move on down the road. We're going to St. Louis. And I didn't get too deep into this one because this is kind of a bigger one, but Lemp Mansion. You guys know about that. Built in 1860 by the brewing company, the Lemp Mansion has become a famous stop along Route 66 in St. Louis. Did Lemp Mansion, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Due to the tragic history and the haunted reputation. Of course, the Lemp Brewing family saga includes mysterious deaths and suicides between 1901 and 1922, ending with the brewery's auction after Prohibition. Visitors and staff reported numerous ghost encounters, sightings of figures who simply vanished into thin air. So, what do you remember? I don't even remember what episode number that was, but the Rocker Chick does a full Lemp Mansion overtone. So, but St. Louis, baby, it's on the way. Stanton, Missouri has the Merrimack Caverns, the former hideout of outlaw Jesse James. Some tourists have seen what they believe to be his ghost.
Ooh.
And we're going to stop in Joplin, Missouri, and the Ghost Light. Was the Ghost Light the one that Mason did in our battle in Missouri? I know he did something on the Ghost Light, but
Maybe.
near the Missouri-Oklahoma border, there is an eerie glow during the night that has been seen as far back as the 1830s. Someone even caught it on video. There are plenty of theories on what it is, but none have been proven.
Ooh.
So basically, Route 66 is a fucking hot spot, and it makes sense with their with the Dust Bowl and with the migration in the Great Depression, all of that going along there, and all that tragedy and all that misery that was going on at that time. It makes sense that road would be considered one of the haunted roads in the fucking world. I don't even know what I want to say. But you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay.
I think so.
But yeah, I think I'm going to break this down into some smaller bits and really go over the map of Route 66 and start really talking about these things that are along the way. Start in Chicago and end up in Santa Monica.
There you go.
Sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of research, but just Alton alone, you could spend fucking 6 months and going over stories from in there. So there you have it. That's from Chicago to Springfield on Route 66.
Nice.
If you live along that route between Chicago and Springfield and you have another haunted spot, let us know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Think about that for a minute. What? Did you ever meet Johnny, who worked at the hospital?
No.
Johnny was already retired by the time you came in?
Yes. I think I met him. He came in and saw the girls.
Right on.
But I met him once.
Super nice guy. Super nice guy. He was Norwegian. And every year, throughout the entire year, he would buy motorcycles for his Norwegian buddies. And they would all start this trip in Chicago, the top of Route 66, and they would take 2 weeks and take a motorcycle trip and go all the way out to California.
Nice.
And then his buddies would cargo up the motorcycles and ship them back home, and then they would jump a plane and go home. and then Johnny would drive back home by himself. But it was always really cool to think about him taking that trip, because Route 66 is so exciting. Not exciting, but iconic. You know, I think everybody has heard of it and don't really think much of it, but yeah, there's a lot going on with that old beat up road. So, all right, guys. Sorry, a little bit shorter.
That's good.
Just kind of fun stuff along the way there, and like I said, we'll get into deeper on that, and I'll let you know what's going on with that. So,
Sounds good.
all right. Anything else you guys want to lead out?
Got nothing.
No, I'm boring.
All right. Well, we'll try to get him excited for the next episode.
Woo!
Like I said, we're on Patreon. Go check us out, patreon.com/2sop, and check out the website at UnitedStatesOfParanormal.com. We have other things too, so hit us up on our Facebook or whatever. You like to find us on your favorite social media platform. I'm sure we're out there somewhere. I haven't really checked in our Twitter or anything, but or X. I'm sorry, it's X now. It's not Twitter. So, but yeah, hit us up at email, UnitedStatesParanormal@gmail.com. All right, guys. Until next week, keep it spooky, and I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at UnitedStatesOfParanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at the United States of Paranormal @gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.